Good evening, you're watching Just the News. I'm Amita Balachandra. We start off today's bulletin with Maharashtra's political crisis. A special two-day session of the Maharashtra Assembly will begin on the 3rd of July, and a report by PTI says that the Eknath Shinde led government will face a floor test on the 4th of July. A Maharashtra Assembly Legislative Assembly official has told PTI, and Shinde was sworn in as the Chief Minister of Maharashtra following his revolt against his predecessor Uddhav Thackeray. In the meantime, the Supreme Court today agreed to hear a plea filed by Shiv Sena Chief Whip Sunil Prabhu seeking suspension of newly appointed Maharashtra Chief Minister Eknath Shinde and 15 other rebel MLAs of the party from the State Assembly. Now, the court had granted the rebel MLAs interim relief from disqualification till the 12th of July. In the meantime, former Chief Minister Uddhav Thackeray has said that there would have been no Maha Vikas Aghadi government if in Maharashtra, if in 2019 the Bharatiya Janata Party had agreed to split the tenure of the chief ministerial post. In the meantime, right after taking oath as the Deputy Chief Minister of Maharashtra, Mr. Devendra Fadnavis on Thursday overturned the decisions of former Chief Minister of Maharashtra, Uddhav Thackeray, to shift the Metro 3 car shed out of the Aarey milk colony and ordered a restart of the Jalyukt Shivar Abhiyan, which is a flagship water conservation scheme from his previous regime as the Chief Minister. Earlier, in fact, Uddhav Thackeray had stayed the construction of the Kolaba-Bandra Seeps Metro 3 car shed and in fact appointed a committee to look for alternative plots. Subsequently, his government has designated Aarey colony as a reserve forest. Now that has been overturned, so the metro car shed with this new government coming in will be back in Aarey. Moving away from the state of Maharashtra now to what's happening in Manipur, the death toll due to a landslide at a camp of the Territorial Army in Manipur's Nonne district has risen to 18. Now, search operations to find more persons trapped because the landslide are still on. A total of 81 people were there at the site on Wednesday night, and this is according to the Chief Minister, who also added that at least 45 people are missing. Meanwhile, the Supreme Court has slammed suspended BJP spokesperson Nupur Sharma over her remarks on Prophet Muhammad. Now, the bench has said, and I quote, "What is her business to make these remarks? The way she has ignited emotions across the country. This lady is single-handedly responsible for what is happening in the country," end quote. Now, the court also noted that she tendered a mere conditional apology, that too after a public uproar over her remarks that were made during a TV debate. Now, the court was hearing her plea to club FIRs and asked Ms. Nupur Sharma to approach the High Court instead. Meanwhile, in Udaipur, according to a report by NDTV, Rajasthan has transferred 32 Indian police service officers from Udaipur, including the Inspector General and the Superintendent of Police. Now, this comes after a tailor in Udaipur was murdered by two people and that they had recorded this incident as well. Now, Udaipur police also came under strong criticism for not providing security to this man after he complained of threats over a social media post in support of the suspended BJP spokesperson Nupur Sharma. The tailor was allegedly killed for supporting BJP spokesperson Nupur Sharma's remarks on social media. Meanwhile, US's ambassador at large for international religious freedom, Rashad Hussain, has said that India was at high risk for mass killings. Now, speaking at a panel on religious freedom in India, he said that the early warning project at Germany's Holocaust Museum had listed India the second place among countries at risk of mass killings. Now, the project had said that there was a 14.4% chance for mass killing beginning in India in 2021 or 2022. Pakistan was listed as the country at the highest risk. Meanwhile, Lok Sabha Secretariat has said that the monsoon session of Parliament will begin on the 18th of July and will conclude on the 12th of August. Now, it will have 18 sittings. Now, in last year's sessions, there were several disruptions due to Pegasus spyware controversy and farm laws. Also in the news, the Enforcement Directorate has arrested the two associates of Delhi Minister Satyendar Jain, Vaibhav Jain and Ankush Jain. They've been accused in a money laundering case. Satyendar Jain was also allegedly involved in a money laundering case and was arrested on the 30th of May. Moving on to business news right now, the price of a commercial LPG cylinder has been cut by 198 rupees from today. In Delhi, a 19 kg commercial LPG will now cost 2021 rupees. Last month, the cost of the cylinder was 2219 rupees. Also, reacting to the rupee declining against the US dollar, Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman has said that the Indian currency is relatively better placed than other global currencies against the US dollar. Now, the rupee breached the psychologically significant level of 79 rupees per dollar level for the first time ever on Wednesday and has also hit a series of new lows this month. Now, Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman said, and I quote, "We are relatively better placed. We are not a closed economy. We are a part of a globalized world. So we will be impacted by global developments," end quote. Environment news now. The centre's ban on single-use plastic in the country has come into effect from today. Now, the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change notified the Plastic Waste Management Amendment Rule 2021 in August. They prohibit the manufacture, import, stocking, distribution, safe and use of several single-use plastic items. Now, this is what's banned among a list of things: earbuds and balloons with plastic sticks, plastic bags, plastic flags, stirrer, plastic cutlery, plates, cups, glasses and trays. All of these things are banned. Plastic carry bags measuring less than 75 microns were banned in September. From the 31st of December this year, plastic carry bags with thicknesses less than 120 microns will also be prohibited. Now, control rooms and enforcement teams have been formed in every state to check if these rules are in fact being followed or not. Moving on to global news right now, Prime Minister Modi has spoken to Russian President Putin in their fourth telephone conversation since Russia invaded Ukraine on the 24th of February. In a statement, the MEA has said, and I quote, "In the context of the ongoing situation in Ukraine, the Prime Minister reiterated India's long-standing position in favor of dialogue and diplomacy," end quote. That brings us to the end of this bulletin. Thank you so much for watching. Good night.